Hello everyone, my name is Dreadkiller, and welcome back to another episode of... Where the hell are we? Where the hell is this? Seriously. No. I know where this is. So I have some bad news and some good news and then some more bad news. So, you've probably seen that I haven't posted a video in about three and a half, maybe even 4 weeks, I don't know. But there is a reason for that, as there typically is. Unfortunately, I seem to be plagued with constant reasons to have massive delays between videos and bleh. Okay, but the main point is, about 3 weeks ago, I actually had a hard drive failure, a mechanical one. The needle inside the disk actually collided with the bladders, and they got they grinded. So there was actually scratches on the hard drive, and yeah, I couldn't load up my operating system. I had to send it into a professional place with some very high-tech machinery that puts all the pieces back together. It wasn't broken like that, but it reads it differently and tries to repair all the data. I got a vast majority of my data back, including almost all of the important data, except for one folder that was really important. It was on my desktop and it was called Minecraft. And if you couldn't guess it by now, it pretty much contained all of my Minecraft save files that are not over a year old. I kind of moved from using the app data Minecraft a long time ago, about a year ago, and started writing directly to my desktop because it was easier to get to if I needed to do things with it. And that folder's gone, so I had to kind of start over. And unfortunately, that is, well, I kind of skipped the, okay. So the bad news was I had the hard drive crash. The good news was I got most of my data back. The second bad news is I lost my Minecraft worlds, including, dun dun dun, my survival world that I have been posting videos on, the last few videos that I've posted on it at least. So, unfortunately, fortunately actually, we weren't very far into it. And I'm severely wasting hunger by jumping around, so I should probably stand still a little bit more. But fortunately, we weren't that far into it, so we can afford to have one more mistake. This will be the third time the freaking thing has... that there's been a reason that we had to start over the world for the survival. First world, I made the biome so large that we couldn't find a biome that I really wanted to use. And the second time the hard drive crashed, so yeah, not that great. But I've made a few precautions. This world is obviously custom. This is not typical, and it looks a bit crazy. It looks really crazy, in fact. Almost, you could say almost too crazy. This is a custom world. I will have the author of the world generator settings in the description if you wish to play on a world like this. I did change it a little bit to change the ratios of ores that spawn, but besides that, hey creeper, those settings really should not affect the actual generation. And if you want the seed, there you go, there's the seed if you want to use it. Just pause the video and write that down. I might provide it in the description, but I'm not sure. But because this is custom, the cool thing about it is it has a bunch of underground areas. Like you'll see later when we explore some. But I cannot guarantee myself the ability to be able to find all the things I need, so I didn't even see this over here for a while, and so I placed this chest over here, and it has the amount of saplings I'll need to make one of every single type of tree. So you only need one sapling for each of these, but you actually need 4 dark oak saplings to make one tree, so that's the only one. There's more than one sapling in there. But this ensures that I don't need to have the same problem I had in the first world where I wanted to find spruce, and I couldn't find it because I have a sapling for it. Okay. But we should probably explore. I'm going to actually just take all this stuff with me, because I don't expect to actually stay here. But one thing I probably will do is go over to these trees over here and chop some of them down, because as far as I've explored a little bit, and oh, great, with the talking, it's actually gotten to be nighttime. That might be an issue since we're not prepared. But these worlds are extremely intensive, so they take a long time to load the chunks. So I did myself a little bit of a favor, and I kind of preloaded a decent area around the spawn point. And from what I saw there does not seem to be many areas with a lot of trees. This seems to be pretty much the only one that I will get to relatively quickly. The rest of them are all the way up on the top of these rims, like far in this direction and like in this direction. So that might be a bit before we get to there, but we will see. Maybe we will try to get there at some point next episode, or the episode after that. It shouldn't be too long though. The essential thing is I want to get some tools together, and I want to start to head over to an area that I saw which looks incredible, in my opinion. I have been wanting to do a world like this for a while, and up until this exact moment, I was not actually able to play on these types of worlds. They would lag me to hell. So, what is the change that made it so I can play these worlds? Well, okay, so the company that I got the computer hard drive repaired from, actually my dad works there, so a little bit of a better deal on it. It would usually be around $800. They actually did it pretty cheap, a little bit over the cost of the hard drive itself, which is $60 because it's a terabyte hard drive. But since they were doing it for cheap, they did it mostly in the person's spare time, which is why it took so long. And because it took so long, they kinda decided, hey, we're gonna be a little nice and offer you a discount on some extra RAM, since I see the computer only has 4 gigabytes. So I have 8 gigabytes of RAM now, which allows me to load worlds like this. Typically, loading this much chunks in my game would just completely crash me, and right now I'm only using 50% of my allocated memory, and I could give myself more. So now I have the ability to actually do stuff like this, which is awesome. I have some really cool build ideas for some areas, and as much as this area might look a little bit strange and unfamiliar, I'm sure that you will think that these builds and the style, it's very fantasy oriented, could look really, really nice. So, kind of what I'm trying to do is do something that has not quite been seen before. I don't recall any building series on a world like this. I've seen a few survival series on Amplified, but nothing like this. Because a lot of people can't run it. Obviously, a lot of the popular YouTubers could easily run this. They have ridiculously crazy good computers. Oh, who is it? There was one YouTuber that I've seen before. I don't follow them often because I didn't find their content very interesting. But oops, I think that's enough wood for now. If I have saplings, I can grow some more. But there was this one YouTuber who hit F3 one time, and I saw that they had 690 or something like that, 700 FPS. And that was on really far render distance too, on all fancy graphics. I mean, it was just about crazy. And if you can hear my computer in the background, I'm actually a little bit sorry about that. I'm going to scoot away from that because my computer, I guess, is working a little bit hard. When it actually is loading the chunks, it makes a sound. The hard drive's working. So yeah, new hard drive. computer is loading and running a lot faster than it was, which is good. The only unfortunate part is that I lost some of that Minecraft stuff. I think we have enough wood to start with. I'm gonna have to cut the footage here for a second, because I'm actually not quite sure exactly the coordinates. I took a screenshot with my F3 open, and so I will look those coordinates up, and I will be right back. Okay, so hopefully I have just fixed a few major issues. Hopefully, I say hopefully very, very carefully, because I'm not sure. In recent versions of OBS, the software I use to record now, there's been a lot of audio quality issues. The longer I make a segment of a video, the worse the audio starts to become for the entire thing. It's like it tries to stretch the bitrate out throughout the entire video or some stupid thing like that. So I hope that this has a little bit better quality. It's louder, so hopefully it won't try to cancel it out as much. But I also fixed the ratio of the in-game sounds to me actually talking, so you can actually hear me right now, which is one thing that was not correct just a little bit ago. So I still have not looked at the screenshot, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I know the coordinates we need to go to, so we're going to head over there. At least I believe I know the coordinates. Let's make sure I don't forget them. I'm pretty sure I know it. So we'll see if this clip of the video gets distorted. If it does, then that means that I recorded a long video and it caused the audio to mess up. Short videos, like anything less than 3 minutes or so, 3 to 4 minutes or something like that. Let's see, so this is negative, we need to go positive Z. And we need to go positive X. We need to go this way. Haha. Yeah, so any change pretty much. The longer the video is, over like 4.5 to 5 minutes, it starts to make the entire video go really low quality. But anything less than that seems to be fine. I'm kind of hoping that some of the settings I changed is going to make that not as much of an issue. But there's no real setting for it. It's a kind of known issue that OBS is having some quality issues right now. I'm going to test out later on the beta versions of the OBS multi-platform, which promises to have better sound quality, but it's not quite feature full yet, which means that it might not have certain features that I need to actually record. And if that's the case, then unfortunately, even if the sound quality does improve, I might not be able to use it. Okay, so we are heading for 200, which is where I am right now on the X, and about 500 on the Z. So I'm just going to climb up this waterfall over here. And let's not be killed by that baby zombie. Do I have enough sprinting power yet? Okay, let's try to see if we can get in the water so I can run away. Okay. Hopefully we lost it. Maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's one thing about this world, is it's going to be very, very dangerous. Sorry if it's a bit dark. Let's see, can I get past the skeleton? This world's going to be very dangerous, which is going to add a lot to this, because by default, survival is not that tricky. But in a world like this, where pretty much everything is dark, it kind of also brings it back to that like custom map feel with all the dangerous and deadly areas. It's one of the feelings that I kind of like about this. It's going to make the survival aspect a little bit more challenging, and it's going to kind of hopefully inspire some creative thinking when dealing with the actual environment here. I believe this is actually the place right here. Yes, this is it. Now, doesn't look that impressive from down here, but ooh, when I get up, I have some plans for here. This place is going to be really cool. And I didn't know it was actually that close to the spawn. That's cool. That's good. Once I get some boats and stuff set up, I need to make like a tree farm maybe over there. Until I get my spawn set up, that's going to be the easiest way to get over here. Okay, and we are up here. It's not the most impressive view. To get the really good impressive view, I'd need to get up to like something like that. But over here is this nice dark overhang. There's gonna be mobs over here, so I'm not gonna go too far. And I see a witch. That is very scary. But there's a ledge going all the way around this side, and kind of a ledge on this side as well. And this is all under darkness. So there's that. And then we have this big area, which I'm gonna see if I can think up a way to get a bit higher. Let's see, I do have some wood, so I can make a few things. Let's begin making us some tools. I'm probably just going to build up the wall. Nothing super unique, nothing you haven't seen before. So I don't know if there's any need for me to necessarily show it on camera. This was probably not a good idea. I'm starting to run out of the ability to do much because my hunger gonna be gone soon. Bye bye, hunger. And I need more light. This is too dark. Too dark. Did my brightness settings get set back up? Get set back down again? Nope, they did not. Blah. Come on, where the heck's the light? Oh, here we go. Here's the hunger damage. I won't die though. I'm on normal. But I just gotta be extremely careful. My computer can handle this world, but one thing it does not like to handle as much is respawning in this world. But geez, where is this light? Like, I wasn't that far from the edge before, and I must be like in the middle of that piece that was like sticking out. Here we go. Light, finally. Come on. That was scary. Okay, so if we take a look at this area, you know, actually, I'm even going to fill it up just a tiny bit. So look at the water down there. It looks all misty and foggy. It's almost impossible to tell if there's water down there. Okay, but if I look, next time I'm crouching, if I look from up here, we have this nice big round area with one entrance over it kind of here. And what I plan on doing is using these kind of natural shelves. I plan to make like a city in the hills. Hopefully more of an elven themed city. It's going to have bridges all over the place, pathways going down levels and up levels, and there's going to be a bunch of buildings around in this area all the way down to like here, maybe even lower towards the water, this entire area, and then some more stuff in there and on the ledge there. This entire area like is going to be one massive civilization, and that's what I'm going to try to do for the rest of this world as well. Is I want to make big civilizations in different areas of the map, each with kind of their own little bit of a backstory maybe. Like, I think these would be elven. I don't know, it just, that's the style I picture my mind fitting well in this in this area, but we might go with something else instead. I guess any type of like Nordic style would feel good here. Anything from Norse mythology. Now, getting back down, I could jump down right into the water. That would probably be the fastest way down, and it would also be pretty safe. My path is pretty dark, so there's probably a lot of mobs there. The thing is, I don't really have much to do until it's daytime because I need to get food. So, I'm going to leave this episode here as maybe a little bit of a cliffhanger. Literally. Please leave some feedback if you can. I'm sorry that the other world is not available, but I guess we're gonna try to do the best we can. And I'm really liking the ideas that I have for this series so far. So I'm looking for suggestions as well. If while I'm wandering around you see a cool area, note it down at the time of the video. I'll try to revisit it and write down its coordinates. And if you have any ideas for where to build in certain places, feel free to leave a suggestion, because I do not have 1.5 million ideas. I only have a couple. But yeah, that'll probably leave it here for today. So this is kind of a rambly video. More, I guess, it's kind of small channel update. Yeah, that's where I've been, is the hard drive crashed, so I should be able to post videos more regularly again, but a lot of things are going to have to start from scratch. Goodbye.